Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my weekly indices forecast. So first is DAX as always, and as we can see here on DAX, price is dropping on the weekly chart. So after rejecting of this historical highs, now there is a reaction on the weekly chart. There was also a period of range, but now price is dropping. There is very strong momentum. Price is pushing down. Currently, we are close to the area of the weekly support zone, as you can see here. And if price breaks this level, we can go, of course, here. From long-term perspective, price can even reach this previous bottoms because you see, last time when we reached this point, price went here. So we can get exactly the same. After reaching again that, maybe price will go here. Maybe we'll get like a long-term range here. But we will see. Right now, it's just small info. Currently, simply it's pointing down. There is beginning of the EMA crossover for us on the weekly chart. No confirmation yet with lower lows, lower highs, but we see that the momentum is strong. If we look for the daily chart, it's also visible that we are in the very strong downtrend. This is our trend line right now. So if we unzoom a little bit daily chart, let's see what we can get in between, because of course indices levels on the indices are always like a big zones, yes, because even if we draw that, we can say okay, we are around the support, but you still see this spike here, so price can even reach this spike and make this later on. Okay, so keep in mind when you trade indices that those levels are not like on the forex. On forex, we can predict a little bit easier those horizontal levels. Here it's different. So we are around the support zone, but there is still chance that price maybe will go to retest this previous spike, which is here. Like you said, next area of the weekly is here, and the next area of the daily chart is here. So those are the levels currently we are. So we need to understand where we are. So what can happen next? No, our price will still continue. Yes, still continue to levels, or we'll get retracement. Where, of course, to the 36 EMA, to the trend line, to see another short 1 to 3 and possible continuation in this down move. As long as this trend line is holding, definitely we can look for. We have downtrend, at least for my analysis. And now we see that there are two things, because we know that we are on the previous bottom. We are around the support zone. This is the lowest point of the current support. So what we can do here, we have this trend line. So our price will break and continue, and then of course after breakouts we can look for short scenarios. By the way, right now only for the day trading and scalping scenarios. So after breakout, this is the next level. If price react here, retrace to the 36 EMA with the trend line and still continue to push, then there is also opportunity to sell. And when we can buy, if price breaks this 4-hour chart 36 with the trend line, then we can look for buy scenarios. Exactly the same was here previously. So whenever it starts to break this with the EMA crossovers, then we can look for buys. Target, of course, daily trend line with the daily 36 EMA. Okay, so this is what we have here on the 4-hour chart, and of course lower time frames. What we would like to do, like you said, you wait for the retracement 36 EMA trend line, you look for short scenarios. Price continue to go down, you look for short scenarios, and very, very aggressive. You can, if you see that price is not breaking but there is reaction, you can also look for possible buy scenarios around this support zone and target 36 with a trend line. Okay, so this will be very, very aggressive, but it's still possible to trade in the retracement because we are around the support zone. Next is NASDAQ. At NASDAQ, after the strong move and after retracement, didn't continue to push up. Now it seems that it's or it's making retracement to the 36 EMA, or maybe will continue to go down. If we go to monthly chart, we will also see that or this will be like a lower high, yes, and price will make this, or this is after this long 1 to 3, we'll get another move up, retracement, another higher, for example, higher low, and price will continue to go up from the monthly perspective, of course. Yeah. So weekly chart, what we have, weekly area of support zone is around this zone here. So we still have some room for this level. Next level on the weekly chart is down here. We have this trend line, but let's go to daily chart. We'll see more details. Okay, so daily time frame, we see this support. We see a little bit. If we go back, so you see this whole zone here. Here, this is again area of the same zone. Okay, so we have to keep in mind about that. This one is also good, yes, but again, this is more or less the same. Okay, so we can leave it here. So let's see, closer look here. We have this trend line pointing down. So until we are pointing down on the daily, retracement short scenarios, definitely retracement to the 36, retracement to the trend line. Can we create form of the wedge? No, we can. Yes, so we see that maybe this will be like a wedge. So this is interesting also. I don't trade wedges or the patterns like that, but this might be the reason, for example, for price to retrace and then of course continue. But price can also break that and continue to this bottom point. Then definitely we are pointing down. So there is no point to complicate. For our chart, what we need to see, of course, right now price is bouncing on the 12. So if we go to lower time frames, we will see that we had this short 1 to 3. Price broke this 2 to 3 line, so we can look for possible short scenarios still. 15-minute chart might create for us short 1 to 3 here. So you can look for possible short scenarios here. Okay, so this is what you can do, but there is also chance that price is making like a false breakout and will continue to go up. So if this happens, we can draw for our chart trend line. So this is our line, and whenever this happens, we change the angle, and then we will wait for the retracement to this zone. And when the price breaks this, we can look for short scenarios, and when the price breaks that, we look for buy scenarios and trade in the retracement of the daily chart to the daily 36 EMA and daily trend line. So this is a little bit more conservative option. Aggressively, we can also look for trades against this. So whenever price breaks this previous stop, okay, so at least you know those previous stop, and whenever price breaks that, you look for buy scenarios and target 4-hour chart 36 EMA and 4-hour chart trend line. So this is also possible here. Okay, US 30. This was not good on the weekly chart. However, right now it's gaining some momentum. So let's see what we can have on the lower time frames. But first, on the weekly chart, is next area of support is here. We are currently around the support, but still it can push lower. There is the beginning of the EMA crossover. So we see that all indices are pushing down, and also here we have very strong down move. If we pay attention to the area of the support, yes, we had one here which was broken, but still, here there is also, as you can see. Yeah? So the question is if price will simply just easily break this, continue, or will get some reactions, because previously at this point we didn't get bigger reactions. So this is our trend line here. So of course, after retracement to the daily trend line, day 36, we look for short scenarios, but we are more interested, of course, on the lower time frames. Now this is still strong move. We have this downtrend, so retracements right now and short scenarios until the 36 EMA is holding, trend line is holding. I would just look for possible short scenarios to target this support zone. If of course this holds, because the question is, if we get reaction, then we know that okay, there is reaction on the support, so then short scenarios target this. After breakout of that, of course, daily level is our target. If we go to 1 hour chart, the momentum here is very nice. Retracements right now and short scenarios. Okay, retracement, short scenarios to this level, and then of course long scenarios here after breakout. So this is how I see this. There is again very aggressive opportunity, but because, for example, I think on NASDAQ or DAX, there was confirmation of, because we had previous bottom also, to look for a possible retracement. Here we don't. Yes, price is, especially on the daily, it's pushing quite strongly. So buy scenarios here, no, it's possible also, yes, but it will be very, very aggressive. Yes, after trendline breakout, for example, even you can go to, if you trade really on the lower time frames, like 5-minute chart, yes, you can, there is a area you can do what, breakout long scenarios, target 50-minute, and then of course next target. So this is also possible, but it's really up to you. I prefer to see this bigger retracement first to trade short scenarios. Nikkei, Nikkei is around the 36 still. It's also here we see that it's trying to right now push down. Of course, we are around the very strong area of support with this previous spike. If price breaks that, we can go still to this zone. If we look for trend line on the weekly chart, we have this line, or we can maybe draw from the bottoms, but from the bottom there will be different angles. So even this, this is better line than previous one. So this is because this is from the bottom. Okay, so we have trend line around that. So this is quite interesting level. And whenever price reach this, we will still get like possible weekly long 1 to 3, and maybe we'll get continuation. Daily chart, we see, yes, we had the reaction. Price make this daily short 1 to 3. Now we had this previous bottom. So now let's go even to lower time frames. But whenever price breaks this, we can look and try to target that. If price play around here, breaks this, then we can look for long scenarios, yes, and target previous top here. So this is what we can do. And now only, of course, day trading and scalping. We have this trend line here. Okay, so no short scenarios. Yes, this is the lowest point. Yes, and the question is if price still drops here, or this will be enough and maybe start to retrace. So if we go to lower time frames, now definitely retracement is opportunity to sell. Yes, but again, one small thing here is that price created here another support zone, and for the day trading this might be important, yes, because if you get retracement and you want to sell it, you have to target previous bottom, then you can target the next area. But definitely right now retracement, some retracement sells. Whenever price starts to break this 4-hour chart trend line with a 36 EMA, you can look for buy scenarios and target daily level. So this is what we have on Nikkei, and the last is Aussie. Aussie also gained momentum, as we can see. Yes, we had in this, we were in this range, but basically we are in this bigger range like that. So there is momentum finally. So maybe price will go at least to this bottoms. And if we go to daily chart, let me just take a look here on the daily time frame. We are around the support right now on the daily chart, as you can see, but still the same. Yes, so you see that all indices are going in the same direction, all are pointing down. We have this trend line, so retracement back to a 36, back to trend line, are opportunities to sell again, but not, of course, for the swing trading. But now if you go to lower time frames, exactly the same we would like to achieve. Now the difference is that, for example, we can draw better trend line or prices closer to the 36, we have more momentum, we have less momentum. This is our 4-hour chart trend line, but for me this is not a good line, so I will use the 36 CMA as a resistance. Like you said, we are around the resistance, support zone. So we wait for the retracement. We take and try to take short scenarios, target this support zone. Whenever price continue to break this, all kind of the retracement is opportunity to look for short scenarios and just to find, because there is the big difference between those two levels, because this is on the weekly chart, we can try to find something again on the daily. So next area of the daily support might be here. So in case of the breakout 100 points lower, it might be your next stop. So this is what we have. So now short scenarios, 1-hour chart also, yes, retracement, look for short scenarios. And when we would like to take longs, whenever price, breaks the 36 EMA, it starts to break some EMA crossovers, yes, and then we can look for longs like we had, for example, here. We hit the trend line, you see there was a breakout, start to cross over, and this you trade in the retracement. Okay, so this is what we have. Yeah, so guys, thanks for watching this video. Next week, of course, we'll have Renko chart analysis for indices. I hope you enjoyed this. Wish you great Sunday, and we hear soon. Bye.